Super Rugby Aus lands in beautiful Brisbane for a Sunday afternoon special between two powerhouse clubs. It's the final match of round one with the Queensland Reds hosting the ACT Brumbies from Ballymore Stadium. We're coming to you live from the National Rugby Training Centre in the River City for this competition that expands the horizons for our best and upcoming players while tapping into the tribalism that follows our provincial Australian sides. Good afternoon to all our viewers on Rugby Explorer, YouTube, Stan Sport and around the world. Martin Lippitt in commentary alongside his Queensland halfback and Wallaby Nick Frisby. And Nick, this is going to be an absolute
It is. I can't wait for this, Marty. The two best Aussie franchises from season 2025 looking to continue on their wonderful form. And what a great addition to the calendar this is. We've got fringe guys getting an opportunity. We've got experienced guys playing more minutes and more footy for the fans, Marty, which is great to see.
And our first match of this new competition was Friday night, and what an interesting game it was. The Waratahs and the Western Force, 3-3 at half-time. Bit of a stalemate, but then the Western Force found their mojo in the back 40, come home with a wet sail, they get the win, and then they set the stage for today's game, the Reds and the Brumbies. There is plenty to talk about with these sides.
There sure is. A star-studded Reds backline headed by captain Jock Campbell at fullback, Tim Ryan, Jeremiah Murray join him in the back three. Kalani Thomas starts at halfback. He's coming off his best season of Super Rugby. Youth and X-Factor in the back row, Marty Latu, Robinson and Muller. And new sighting, Aidan Ross plays his first game for Queensland, starts in the front row.
Peter like on the bench too, Huff, Blake, Farton, Garcia, Brosnan, Herbert, Martins, Cartwright and Xavier Rubens. A healthy mix of new and old players getting a shot. And the Brumbies, Nick, it's almost the same story. Yeah,
it's an exciting Brumbies side. Four guys making their top-line debut. For them, Lewis Bartley, Sienna at fullback is one of those, as is the exciting Jarrah McLeod at 12. Tobias McPherson and Harvey Cordukes, they're the new men in the pack. Those last three guys, graduates of the successful under-19s program, Marty, and they're captained by Wallaby Luke Reimer as well.
Yes, that back line looking extremely sharp. I like the bench too. Mickelson, Chantung, Alatini, Taina Tualima, plenty of Brumbies experience alongside Rory Scott, Dan Nelson, Joe Dillon, and the always impressive David Feluai. Ballymore, it is a beautiful sight this afternoon. Springtime in the River City. You can't ask for much more. It's been a little bit chilly the last couple of days in the morning, but it's been just the most beautiful afternoons, and the clouds are parting as the crowd is gathering for what is set to be a really big competition, Nick. These two sides, they have been the best of the best within the Australian Super Rugby ranks, and I think it's a great way to start this competition off.
Absolutely, both sides looking to continue on from very successful seasons in 2025. As we mentioned, there's value for everyone right across the board here. Guys fighting for contracts for season 2026. We've got guys fighting for higher honours. Of course, Wallabies spring tour still to come later this season.
You know who's not fighting? All the punters here, because they're having a great afternoon. There's plenty of spots for everyone to sit. There's food. The bars are open. This is what rugby is all about. Sunday afternoon and Ballymore Stadium. Stage one complete of the revamp as the Brumbies make their way out, getting ready for a big 80 minutes to see if they can back up the efforts that their 19s just produced. And there's going to be some big names to follow here.
Yeah, speaking of 19s, Harvey Cordukes, one that comes through that program. He is a big, imposing figure. 202 centimetres tall, Marty, a real target in the line-out and really strong in the carry as well.
Here comes the home side, the Queensland Reds. They'll be looking to get a victory here on hallowed turf.
They're playing at home. They'll love the chance to play at Ballymore, and there's Sarah Uru, the industrious back rower, playing in the second row today. Capped Wallaby, some valuable additional minutes for him.
We've got a wonderful trio of referees for today. Nick Berry in the middle, Damon Murphy, Jeremy Markey, his assistants. Expect a wonderful flow of play. We are off and running here at Ballymore. Round one of the Super Rugby Aus competition. Reds and Brumbies. It's a quick charge down from the Reds though. The Brumbies scrambling inside the 22. Looking for a way through. Thorne, Clayton Thorne. Put it away for Declan Meredith, who punches it into touch. And it'll be a first line out here for the Queensland Reds.
Nervous start for the Brumbies. A charge down off the kickoff was Tim Ryan flying through, putting the kicker under pressure, and some good field position here to start this game for the Reds.
First line out goes the way of the home side. Uru brings it down. Big Vaiutsa Latu with the carry. A late call in for Joe Bryle, who had a niggle in the last 24 hours. The 120 kilo, 20-year-old in the number 8 jersey. Thomas, maybe him for a quick little flick pass. There's the youngster, gets the hands free. Away and running is Ryan, and the Junkyard Dog will cross for the first points in this match.
What a start from the Reds. Tim Ryan, he's the one that's gifted them the field possession. He flew through off the kickoff and put the Brumbies under pressure. And this is a brilliant short side attack. Seru Uru, the flick pass out the back. And Big Vice Latu, the man you're just talking about, the offload to his brother's teammate, Tim Ryan. And that combination comes up trumps, and the Reds, they strike early.
Tim Ryan a few weeks ago, Brothers Rugby Club denied that three-peat premiership here. But he's having no problems getting across the try line today as Harry McLaughlin Phillips squares up for the first conversion. And it'll sail wide. It's the Reds up 5 points to 0.
What a start. Two beautiful offloads there. The one-hander from Uru, and then Latu did brilliantly. Just came off his outside foot, squared up the winger nicely, preserved the space for Tim Ryan. He doesn't need a second invitation.
Brumbies go long. The Reds give it to big Hamish Muller. Hamish Muller, family breed stock horses, about 4 hours west of Brisbane. He's put on 8 kilos in 12 months. He's packing heat. As the Reds find the exit.
He's one of those guys that'll benefit massively from this competition. He's been a stalwart for Brothers over the last couple of years. He's had limited opportunities for the Reds. Gets a start here this afternoon.
They got 6 guys.
An opportunity to string some games together at this level.
Short little line out by the Brumbies as their skipper, Luke Reimer,
Turnout is good. Turnout is good.
loses it. It's turned over. And now it's with the Reds. Thomas. Not here for Larcher. Great switch play. McLaughlin Phillips. Out for Ray Pakeho. Wearing headgear this week as Uru's offload for Thomas wasn't a good one. It'll be knocked on once each way as we get ready for the first scrum.
First one red, second one white. Play the first one.
I tell you what, it's scrum time. I tell you one man I would not want to be scrumming up against. He's the first one there. And if this isn't one of the most savage-looking buzz cuts on a scary man, I don't know what it is. Holy cow.
Here's your mark. Just take a step there.
And Ross, of course, fresh off
Okay, guys,
winning the
line up
Store
to
Local
that mark, please.
Hospital Cup for Bond University.
Do you know that's one of the first major competitions he's ever won? He's been travelled the world, done so much, but he has never been able to chase his ass. All those years with the Chiefs, he was always the Crusaders.
88 caps for the Chiefs. He'll sign with the Reds for the next 3 seasons.
Bind. Set.
Good field position now for the Brumbies. Split both sides of the scrum.
Leighton Thorne peers up through, wondering where the ball is. Now McLeod working across the field. Bartley Saina can't escape the tackle of Murray. Brumbies just outside the 22, looking to barge their way through. Thorne, little chip over the top, flips the script. Murray is going to be there first. It's in goal. He'll ground it. We're going to a line dropout.
Just, he must have got a call there. Clayton Thorne whipped one over his back shoulder. The chase from Pritchard was good. The touch on the kick, just a little too strong. Murray does a great job to get back, shuts it down.
Another one who's returning from some long-term injury. Him and Massimo DeLutis have been sidelined for a while with respective injuries. So here they are, back playing rugby union, which is important. Little switch play for Crichton. Hands free for Jarrah McLeod, the breakout star from that First Nations and Pacifica 15 game against the Lions, as Liam Bowron will lose it forward after an initial knock on from the Reds. It looks like Kalani Thomas is trying to play the halfback card with Nick Berry, but he's a bit wise today.
Yeah, Nick Berry, a halfback. He knows exactly what's going on here. Fighting a losing battle, Kalani Thomas. Definitely got a hand to that, goes forward.
To the left.
The Brumbies now building some good pressure here, Marty. Enjoying some good field position.
And this is a hell of a scrum battle. The Brumbies, they're packing down at about 925 kilos. The Reds, 915. That's a lot.
Set it. Use it. Both down here. Stay on, Red. Use it. Stay.
Thorne told to use it. It'll pop out for him. Meredith, short ball for McLeod. The Ewan man from Nowra. Now the Brumbies stringing it together. They've got advantage here.
Release.
Thorne waiting for it. Goes out the back for Meredith. Short ball for McPherson, who gets absolutely crunched in the tackle, but they'll come back. Brumbies still with the attacking position.
That was an important tackle from McLaughlin Phillips. It had to be made. Meredith was scheming out the back. There was space on the edge. Numbers to his right. McLaughlin Phillips came in. A good shot in underneath the ribs. Shuts it down. Brumbies playing under advantage. You're going to go for the line here. Back their set piece. Reds under pressure.
Yeah, okay. What number was offside then? Yeah, it was you, Max. 3. Wait till they're down, boys.
The Brumbies who from the attacking line out. And take up high for them. Bowron's waiting at the back. Referee Berry calls one. But Thorne's had enough as they look to get it out. And McLeod just holds on to it. Now the pick and go from Pritchard. Brumbies under the sticks. It's time for some points, and skipper Luke Reimer gets on the board.
The Brumbies hit back, and it's the speed of the ball that sets this try up. Halfback Clayton Thorne so sharp into the breakdown, keeping this ball moving, not giving the Reds defensive line a chance to set. Did a good job initially to shut down the line out. McLeod was direct. Pritchard backed him up. And look at the speed of this breakdown. The ball movement's too sharp. The Reds defence folding. No time to set. And Reimer straight under the black dot.
It was just a textbook J-line, wasn't it? Reimer coming around that corner, saw the space, straightened up, and just the synergy between him and Thorne crashes over under the post. An easy one for Meredith, who puts his team in the lead as the ball is kicked up the 4X hill. Brumbies up 7 points to 5.
This feels a bit like the under-19s game, doesn't it? The Reds came out firing early in that, scored first points, and then the Brumbies, through their forwards, just slowly wore them down. Some really nice patience there, and rewarded with some points.
Lachlan Phillips puts it just inside the 22 for Meredith, who happily gives it away to Samasui. Von Neck.
Okay, it's available. Use it.
Von Neck, he was the man of the match for the East Tigers in the Store Local Hospital Cup on this very field back in 2020 when they won the premiership. Oh, massive air contest has resulted in Henry finding the ball. They're back on their 22 as Murray chucks it on the left. It'll go long. The Brumbies, they're playing the kicking game, and he has overcooked it.
Yeah, just bit off a little bit too much there, Declan Meredith.
Just tell him not to talk.
Now a good opportunity for the Reds to settle back into this game. It's been all the Brumbies for the last 5 minutes, and a little mistake here gives them a chance. We've seen them be nice and direct. They've got big Vice Latu in the midfield running off Dre Paco. He'll be dangerous.
Surgical throw from Faree. Vice Latu. Cheesy's earning his keep. Double cut out, finds Murray, throws it onto that right. It's going to dribble in. And a knock on. That is some exquisite pressure being placed. So many layers to that attack.
I love this attack from the Reds. They've done it all year. They play so physical and direct through the middle of the park. And then as soon as they win that ascendancy, they shift the ball to the edge with shape. Murray summed it up beautifully. A deft little touch in behind. And the pressure from Campbell and Tim Ryan, just enough for Pritchard. He just had a little look up there.
You never have. You never have. Big scrum here for the Reds. Inside the red zone.
Interesting setup from the Reds here. They're very narrow. We've got 5 backs almost inside the first post here, and then the winger out on the far touchline.
Thomas lets the forwards cook, and they get the penalty advantage. McLaughlin Phillips. Here it is with Pakeho. He'll stand and go again, but Nick Berry will bring it on back.
All right. Yeah. Hey, Jock. You got an option here, mate. You got the one over there with the scrum, or the back line advanced offside to midfield. Okay. Backs, you got to retreat with the scrum. Okay.
Jock Campbell, the captain for the Reds today.
You're kicking it out, eh?
Jock Campbell, he's actually a great example of the club to professional pathway, multiple premierships with the University of Queensland here.
We spoke about going forward on both sides to get reward.
Played in the NRC back before COVID time. There's actually a fair few NRC players, and in some ways that was the last time we had a proper Tier 3 in the country. So great to see some fruits from that generation still in here playing today. What fruits will we see from Super Rugby Aus in the coming years as the Reds driving maul is thrown into reverse? Thomas has to pull it out quickly. Pakeo at the long place. Thomas, he'll get caught up on a stray boot. He was looking what was next and didn't see what was unfolding at his fingertips.
Yeah, his forwards were steaming around the corner, looking to play quickly. Thomas, who's desperate to try and get this ball out. A few stray feet in the way. So direct, this Red side. Paco and Henry in the midfield, 2 big bodies. And Thomas, he just had a little look up. He saw some space there for Jock Campbell. And a let off for the Brumbies.
And this is the first time since 2006 that the Reds and the Brumbies have played an official fixture against one another here at Ballymore. I dare say that'd be what, 2006, that'd be the old national competition back in 06. That went for a couple of years. Penalty to the Reds though. Breaks me out of memory lane.
Thank God for that. Didn't know where you were going. Good ascendancy at scrum time here early for the Reds. Back-to-back penalties. I'd be going straight back to it. Scrum in the centre field here. Hardest place to defend. They're going to kick for line though. Back there more.
Phillips puts them on the 5 again.
It's been a weapon for them all year, the driving ball, hasn't it? Used with great success.
6. 4, 6. Okay, thank you. Keep them out of the front there,
forwards, they've been a firing machine for many seasons.
No compete.
Go to the back, Latu off the top quickly for Uru, who is tipped one way upside down as Latu comes flying in. Ross, big Aiden Ross. Thomas, there it is for Ross. He's going over Ross. Berry is scrambling to try and get an eye on it, but there's another penalty.
Right offside.
Jeez, he went close, Aiden Ross. First attempt, there's plenty of Brumbies jerseys in the frame. He lunged for the try line, goes within inches.
Wait for the tap, please.
Discipline becoming a factor here for the Brumbies now. Repeated infringements, and the Reds want more.
Going to tap play. Faree, flanked by his props in Ross and Deludis.
Stay there.
Ball spits out.
Got to hit you then.
Oh, and Thomas wants to go quickly, but Nick Berry's going to just settle the ship.
Yeah, I think he was initially happy with the man in the breakdown, and then he impeded the ball. Had to be another penalty.
The front rowers go again. Faree in the lead. Thomas. Out here for Latu. Latu. Now Thomas tries to sneak around the corner. He'll spit out. And this could be trouble for the Brumbies early.
Because someone's played it. Luke. I've got 4 penalties now in a quick succession. Next one's going, okay? What was that last one? Hand in the rucks, knocked the ball out.
I'll go for the scrum here if I'm the Reds. Now that they've given the warning, they've got him under pressure. The scrum's going backwards. Really tough place to defend. Brings in the yellow card. It's frantic, isn't it? It's fast pace. And Ross, I thought I saw that ball get very close to a patch of grass. Kalani Thomas goes within inches as well. Desperation from the Brumbies. They've got a big job now.
For a lot of them, they haven't played any footy in a bit of time. Some of them were playing through to finals a week or two ago, but they've just been training up, getting fit, getting healthy, so there'd be such large amounts of anticipation from both sides for this opening round. And it is, it's a short season, but the reason it has to be so short, one of the factors is a lot of these teams, especially the Reds and even the Brumbies, they've got a lot of external tours that they do in the off-season. Well, geez, the Reds went over to the UK, they did Japan, they've played Tonga already this year, so the calendar for the teams individually outside of these provincial matches, it's getting quite busy, but it kind of sets this up to be a bit of a cutthroat, short, sharp,
okay, you're in on that. Okay,
edge of your seat kind of a ride.
Because it's a full-arm penalty, okay? The next one will be a penalty, and it will be off, okay? Keep the space.
And this is exactly why he called for the scrum here. Really smart play from the Reds. Just sustaining pressure. Brumbies under a warning from Nick Berry. They need to be perfect here. Otherwise, they've got a man in the bin. The Reds' backs are scheming. Kalani Thomas, McLaughlin Phillips directly behind the scrum. He's got Jock Campbell in his pocket.
It's all eyes on Van Neck and Ross on this side. Now the Reds get a march on. There's the penalty advantage as Latu hammers through the defence. And the young man for the late call-up scores for the Reds.
Well, he's certainly making a mark. Vice Latu, he's been involved in everything early. He's had some great carries, through a brilliant offload for Tim Ryan's first try. And here he is just doing what he does best. Sustained pressure from the Reds at scrum time. And Vice Latu just picks it up, says, get out of my way, crashes over for the Reds second.
I can't over-exaggerate. He's just 20 years old. He was in the Reds side that fell to the Brumbies last year in the 19s grand final. He is a young kid from St Peter's Lutheran College in Indooroopilly. Bright future ahead for this young man, and there's a couple of them that are coming through in all of those 19 sides. But look at the power, the aggression. He's made some very seasoned hands look a little bit flimsy on that carry.
There's some good presence of mind there too. Didn't panic, didn't overplay it. Crashed over a couple of defenders and then reached out as he's entitled to. Got the ball over the line.
And the Reds taking the lead now 12 points to 7. Successful conversion from McLaughlin Phillips. Now it's the home side inside the 22 as Thomas. It's the box kick away. He'll find touch.
It's a good one too. Really good touch finder from Kalani Thomas. He's been excellent this season. Plenty of opportunities.
There we go.
Took some starting time off Tate McDermott at one point.
Three changes of the lead in the opening 20 minutes. The Reds back in front 12-7 as the Brumbies start from just in front of halfway. Harvey Korjuk's one of 5 players of the matchday 23 from that under-19 side. And 23 is an unleashed attack from the Brumbies. Sends Clayton Thorne over the line. And it's all tied up here at Ballymore, 12 points apiece.
Absolutely textbook from the Brumbies halves. Declan Meredith, he started it. Just playing nice and flat at the line. The big double pump. Good carry from Harvey Korjuk's, got some front foot. Look at the double pump, sends Isaac Henry out, puts Pritchard through a yawning gap, and then Clayton Thorne backing up through the middle. The second touch, as all good halfbacks do. And the Brumbies hit right back. Marty, this is setting up to be an absolute beauty. 4 tries already. 12-all kick to come.
Some kind of pace that they're playing at too. And there's just so much on the line for some of these players. The spring tour just around the corner. Meredith hits it into the lightly clouded Queensland sky, and the Brumbies retake the lead, 14 points to 12.
Well, Declan Meredith, he's the vice captain. He's looking to try and secure a starting spot with the Brumbies for next year. Of course, Tane Edmed coming across as well. And this is a great platform to try and launch his case.
Yeah, no Noel Olosio next year. He's going to put their hand up. Meredith had a stunning introduction to Super Rugby this year, stepping in when Noel was injured. Von Neck.
Okay, use it, please, 9.
Thorne. Told to use it, works it back. He's gone for distance on this one. Easy take for Red skipper Jock Campbell. Cross wire there as they went through. It'll be Brumbies possession scrum to come.
And a few players just taking a breath here. Good experienced play from Clayton Thorne. Jock Campbell just got this wrong, a little accidental offside, runs into his own play, obstructs the defence. Cheap turnover for the Brumbies. It's hot here today in Brisbane at Ballymore. The crowd enjoying perfect conditions for rugby. They've already been treated to a fantastic game in the under-19s. This one's shaping up.
We also saw over the weekend, we had a victor for the National Women's Sevens competition. I think Queensland took that one out. Brumbies and the Wallaroos unfortunately went down last night. It's just been a real smorgasbord of rugby union this weekend. And we look ahead to what's coming up for these sides. Round 2 next week. Brumbies will be heading across to play the Force in Perth. The Waratahs will be hosting the Reds down at Narrabri. Round 3, Brumbies against the Tars up at Viking Park, and then the Force v the Reds over in the West on the weekend of the 27th and 28th. Finals will be October 5th. We've got a couple of matches for the Wallabies too. A couple of important matches, Nick. The Bledisloe matches on September 27, Eden Park, and then October 4 at Optus Stadium in Perth. So there's plenty of rugby left down under in 2025 as the Brumbies sweep it around. Meredith hunting for the corner. It's going to run long and dead. Jock Campbell has nerves of steel.
And the second time, Declan Meredith just gets that kick to the right-hand corner wrong again. It does roll away down there. If you can land it in the 15-metre channel, it does slope away.
When you drop that one, that iota of information in the 19s game, you're that guy at the local golf club that just knows, you don't hit that green on that corner. You inside knowledge, with Nick Frisbee.
Spent many an afternoon drilling them into that right-hand corner, Marty. I was looking to open up the 50-22. It was well set up. Slid around behind Jarrah McLeod. He pulled the defence up and opened the space. Execution just goes missing.
All eyes are on Neck and Ross here on the narrow side. It'll come out. Latu will pop up with it. Thomas. McLaughlin Phillips. Pakeo finds Campbell, who zooms up from backfield.
No hands, that's a rock.
Thomas will pull it away. Short ball for Uru, who hurdles away from one before giving it away to Ross. Von Neck over the top, he can't get there. Free, one out for Robinson. Now Murray holds it up for a second, one out for McLaughlin Phillips, who cuts it back across the grain. The recent Australian under-20 sensation from Brisbane. Now it's here again, Robinson, Reds building inside the 22. Thomas, wonderful service so far. Finds Vest, who gets his first touch of the ball this afternoon. Short side, Campbell, here for Ryan. Ryan! What a play! Tim Ryan, I have no idea how he has snuck around the corner post.
Tim Ryan, it looked to be well handled here.
Second one you had.
Has found a way to get over the line. Kalani Thomas started this back on halfway. It was a little dart around the base of the ruck, put Seru Uru through a hole. And then the outside backs put on a clinic down the tightest of short sides. Jock Campbell called the ball, just held it up enough to create some space for Tim Ryan. And we know just how good of a finisher he is. Grabs his second of the afternoon on the same blade of grass. And geez, he stood up Caden Pritchard there. Gets a win over his opposite number and puts the Reds back in front.
Conversion from McLaughlin Phillips, the right to left. Not working for him this afternoon. It's another missed one, but this also highlights the evolution of the game, Frizz. The wingers and the finishers, they work so hard on trying to manipulate the smallest amount of room in these scenarios to get these points.
Yeah, they do a fantastic job at it. Really good picture there of the work Jock Campbell did too. Just did enough to get to the outside, create the overlap for Tim Ryan. He makes them pay.
So Thomas, his hands on it first. It's a clean strike. Brumbies ball just in front of the 10.
Hey, listen, are you a receiver and you come into the line out? Are you the receiver, you come into the line out and you're
Love the way both these sides are
Yeah,
playing.
well, you make sure if they call 5, you don't pop in and have feet.
Both playing nice and flat at the line, looking for quick ball, shifting it to the edges when they've got that front foot.
One goes long. Nobody wants to put a hand on it. McLaughlin Phillips there first. Thomas. The box kick for Kalani Thomas. Take for Pritchard. On neck. Crashes. In bit of time here for Thorne. He finds Harvey Korjukes. Clinton yelling. Crazy fact, Nick. Half of the starting Brumbies forward pack are all BBC graduates. Just up the road into Wong here. So turn of fate that they end up together playing for the Brumbies. As you see, an aerial contest will go to ground as Thomas will cycle it through to Pakeo. Puts them in front of the 22. Here's Uru. Uru, the man mountain, 199 centimetres, 115 kilos. And McLaughlin Phillips sends it long. There it is there. It's got support around the corner, but it'll be dropped by Bartley Sainer. And that is a coach killer for Lockie Crichton. Had plenty of time. There wasn't too much pressure in that scenario.
I think he was expecting Declan Meredith to maybe take this a little bit further into the line. They just got their wires crossed, not on the same page there. Bartley Sainer just took his eye off it for a fraction of the second. Makes a mistake.
Just keep your foot there. I reckon we can get a bit more space on this side. Just a little bit more space, okay?
We've seen the Reds be very direct from set piece so far. They get a scrum now. Right over on this far left-hand touchline. Might be an opportunity to try and bring some width into the game. See if they can release Jock Campbell.
Shadows of the McLean stand. It's the Reds with the feed. Latu for Thomas. McLaughlin Phillips finds Henry, who swings it back to his 5'8". Now Murray pokes it in behind. Streaking through is Ryan. Ryan's got 2. He regathers. It's a hat-trick. Tim Ryan. Incredible scenes.
That is special from Tim Ryan. The backline play from the Reds was crisp. Full width, left-hand edge to right-hand edge. The kick from Murray was inch perfect. The skill from Tim Ryan at full speed to dab this on the toe, regain it on his shoulder and crash over. He's got a hat-trick inside the opening 30 minutes. The Reds are on fire here at Ballymore.
Tim Ryan, the youngster from St Patrick's College, north of Brisbane, had a meteoric rise 2 seasons ago. Lachlan Phillips ditches the fade, but still can't find that elusive bit of territory between the posts. It is the Reds in the lead, 22-14, and this was just brilliant, Nick.
It was, and it's great calling from the game calls as well. The first opportunity to get the full back line together. They go to the edge, sit them down through the middle of the field. Murray summed it up beautifully. The kick in behind was perfect, and Tim Ryan, hasn't he made a name for himself pulling off special plays like that?
Look at the bounce too, was on his side. Just right into the breadbasket. And the Reds back inside the 22 post the restart as Thomas, rinse repeat here for the Reds. Gets the exit, play moves back up to the 10. And now it's the Brumbies' turn to try again.
Well, this is touch smarty, so it gets even better for the Reds. It's going to be their ball on the 40-metre line.
Come in.
Little things just starting to go their way, some momentum going towards the Queenslanders.
Faree for Muller puts them back on the attack as Latu comes flying in. Another good box kick from Kalani Thomas as it's contested by both sides. I think it's come up. Yes, it has. It's there for the Reds.
Move the ball.
Latu. Thomas, double card out. Finds Murray, who shims away from a few. Over the top is McLeod, hunting for a turnover. Faree beats the neck. Bauer on was close. He's given away the penalty advantage, though, as Campbell's pass will wander backwards. Referee Berry blows the penalty.
And the Brumbies want to be careful here. The more this game opens up, the more this game loosens up. The further it swings towards the Reds, they've got the X factor, they've got the spark on the edges.
Reds have just been devouring possession in the last 25 minutes. It has just been Reds everything. The bounce of the ball, the advantages, everything has just been going their way. The Brumbies, they're going to have to try and turn the tide here to get themselves back into the equation. Even though it's only 22-14, which is nothing to be too worried about at this point in time.
Space was there again on the edge. Desperate defence from the Brumbies. Shuts down the ball over the top.
We'll take
pressure again here.
Okay,
the Reds will test him at set piece.
Wait till they're down, boys. You're real disciplined here. 2, 4, 6.
Northern end. 3. Finds Vest. Brumbies putting the counter into place. That ball emerges for them. And now they're on the counter as Hudson Crichton chops it away. It'll bite into touch. The Brumbies have denied the Reds inside their 22.
That's outstanding defence. And a big moment too late in this first half. The Brumbies forward pack stands up under pressure, forces the turnover at set piece. A nice heads-up play from Hudson Crichton, finds his left foot and just buys them a bit of territory, gives them a chance to take their breath, regroup and go again in defence.
Faree finds Vest up top. Now the Reds back on the attack. Henry, short ball there for Tom Robinson, son of Brett Robinson. Wallaby and Humby player also played for the Magpies. Well, chair for rugby too, if you don't mind. Now a knock on for the Reds. Ball here for the Brumbies as Thorne punches it over the top, and this one is running dead. We saw a couple of these in the 19s game ago. I know I laughed at you a bit about the run.
Do you want me to go back there?
I laughed at you a bit about the run of this field, but there seems to be a bit of a pattern here with overcooked box kicks.
It does. It was the right play from Thorne. The turnover there, and there's always spacing behind off a turnover. This area of the field in particular, especially at this time of year, the hard surface really kicks that ball on. It almost slopes away from there. Really hard for that to turn left and get out.
It's your ball.
It is going to be Brumbies' ball though.
No advantage over.
Played a lot off Jarrah McLeod as first receiver off set piece.
Crouch. Behind. Set.
Meredith sussing out the short side here.
We're going to do that again. Yeah, I don't like your elbow, I don't like your height, and you guys are pre-engaged. Okay, so it was a mess from the start. Do it again. Quick reset.
Go again here. Brumbies for the feed. 3.5 left on the clock.
Crouch. Behind. Set.
Scrum holds, but the Reds put the pressure on. Now it's gone loose out the back as Thomas picks it up. He puts the chip on underneath. Emerging through, though, the Brumbies will regather it centimetres from their try line. Thorne, with little to nowhere to go, finds Meredith, and the 10 will get that one out. Once again, the Brumbies holding on by the skin of their teeth.
Well, they're under pressure at scrum time, aren't they? This front row of the Reds really applying the pressure. Aiden Ross, Theo Faree, Massimo DeLutis, plenty of experience. Kalani Thomas did a good job, just kept that ball in front of his side, maintains the pressure.
Another good line out, sees the Red centres, Pakeho and Isaac Henry, I beg your pardon, charging through. Robinson. Penalty advantage here for the Reds. Campbell, a tad isolated, but they're playing with the free swing. Vest reverses into contact. Now they're building. Ross. Latu tips it on. DeLutis. They're picking and driving, trying to sneak through on the edge. Latu has got his hands on it. He's diving towards the line. Still not there. Thomas wants it. Floats it out wide. Touchdown, Ryan. But it's a forward pass. We're coming back for the penalty.
There's been too many penalties and you're offside. 14, that's a forward pass. 14, you're off.
And it's a yellow card for Caden Pritchard.
Where's the mark, mate?
Well, it's a mole forward from Kalani Thomas. But the idea was right, and the sustained pressure from the Reds, that's the result they were searching for. A yellow card to the Brumbies right winger. And now they get to play against 14. A minute left on the clock before halftime. Important moments for both sides.
He caught it over the line. Can't win them all, hey? Line out here for the Reds. Another clean take for Vest as the forwards pile in. With cartwheels around to the right. It's been sabotaged by the Brumbies. It's a penalty against them. Van Neck is the recipient of this penalty. They're going to have to be careful here. It is a lot of infringing inside the 22.
Guys, scrum.
I like this call from the Reds. Going for the scrum.
Yeah, tight head, Reece.
Sustained pressure now. Their neck, the man ruled to have infringed. He's in the middle there. You can see him very clearly in the number 3 jersey, pulling that down. Nick Berry was all over it.
So the Reds backs with the numerical advantage at the moment. Pritchard, right winger in the win for the bin for the Brumbies. Half-time hooter sounds. Now Thomas gets it to his back line. McLaughlin Phillips floats it for Ryan. What can the whiz kid do? One big step as he flies into the defence.
Thank you, Luke.
Uru, backdoor for McLaughlin Phillips. They're going edge to edge. It's here for Pacquiao, and the Reds will finish the first half with a bang.
Dre Pacquiao, what a finish. The inside centre, out on the left edge, and this is smart heads-up footy from McLaughlin Phillips. Knows the Brumbies are defending without a winger on this side. The last man is Reece Van Neck. He does an outstanding job to force Pacquiao right into the corner. But the Reds' back's just too sharp. And another blow right on the stroke of half-time.
Try there for Dre Pacquiao. Barber by trade for the youngster, but he's been on a meteoric rise the last couple of years. Australian under 20s, Australian under 18s. For the Reds multiple times in the centre. Hey, McLaughlin Phillips. I think he'll be keen to get this one. It's a good kick this time. And it'll get the flags. It is the Queensland Reds in the lead over the ACT Brumbies, 27-14. A starry finish for Dre Pacquiao as the Reds find space on the fringe. Half-time here at Ballymore. Reds in the lead. Stay with us, folk. The half-time breakdown coming up in just a moment.
Poisonous mushrooms have killed 3 people at a lunch with friends.
Local woman,
Erin Patterson,
has been arrested.
At the trial, the jury saw one version of the truth. We found another.
There's more to this story than meets the eye.
Who's behind it?
Stuff does get buried.
In the court, everyone's going crazy.
The whole thing's imploded.
What is the motive?
There's all these rumours.
Worldwide fascination and story is yet to be told.
just seen.
Oh my goodness me! Ronaldo!
Liverpool 3-0. Corner taken quickly, Origi!
This is a big case. We're going against the biggest firm in the state.
Are you going to be loyal to this firm?
You need to drop this case.
Or what?
Mr. Baird, I look forward to some more friendly sparring.
This isn't a negligent suit. It's murder. Question is, how high up does it go?
If you want to screw the people who screwed our client, what are you willing to do to be a rainmaker?
The Rainmaker. Stream now only on Stan.
moment it could be.
From the global phenomenon comes the next chapter.
I'm Brian Fraser.
If my brothers hear the slightest whisper of a Fraser, they'll kill him. I'll find a way out. I swear it.
What if you never find her?
I will. Experience the origin story that shaped a generation. Outlander, Blood of My Blood. Stream now only on Stan.
Welcome to the Women's Rugby World Cup 2025. The energy never stops.
Welcome back, folks. It's the maiden season of Super Rugby Aus. And what a match it has been today. The Queensland Reds and the ACT Brumbies going head-to-head at Ballymore in Brisbane. And this first half, Nick Frisbee, it had a little bit of magic going both ways, but it was the Reds who really found their strides towards the back end.
Yeah, it was tit for tat early, wasn't it? Both sides found the scoreboard. 5 tries to 2 in total. The Reds came out absolutely flying. A bit of brilliance down this right edge. Sarah Uru involved, right? Vice Latu, he's had a great start to the game, as has this man, Tim Ryan. That was the first of 3 for him in an absolutely scintillating first half. The Brumbies hit back. They were looking good in attack during the middle part of that first half. The quick ball here, the key for this try. Thorne, a lovely ball to Reimer, comes off his left foot, finds the space in the defensive line. And then the Reds went to work, Marty.
And the youngster who was a late call-up, this is a great reward for someone of his age and calibre. He gets this try, but then the Brumbies, this was special too. This cutting away, great interplay between the halves, sees Thorne go over, and then as the song goes, all we see is red, red, red.
Yeah, the Reds forward pack applied the pressure, particularly through the set piece, gave them plenty of opportunities and good field possession, and they just have so much strike in the back line. Jock Campbell there with a nice bit of work, creates some space for Tim Ryan. He did the rest, and this was special. A lovely set piece from the Reds. They sit the Brumbies down through the middle of the field, create the space on the edge. Murray, don't underestimate that little piece of play. The deft touch was sensational, and the skill at full pace from Tim Ryan, something to behold. And this, Marty, right on the stroke of half-time, the Brumbies with their right winger in the bin. Harry McLaughlin-Phillips finds the space, and Dre Paco does the rest.
Well, the state of affairs, Reds in the lead, 29 points to 14, 5 tries to 2. The outstanding thing from here that I think they'll remedy, it'll be the goal kicking. Harry McLaughlin-Phillips won't be happy, 2 from 5. That's the state of affairs, folks. It is half-time here at Ballymore. A big 40 coming up. Stay with us.
Poisonous mushrooms have killed 3 people at a lunch with friends.
Local woman
Erin Patterson
Has been arrested.
At the trial, the jury saw one version of the truth. We found another.
There's more to this story than meets the eye.
Who's behind it?
Stuff does get buried.
In the court, everyone's going crazy.
The whole thing's imploded.
What is the motive?
There's all these rumors.
Worldwide fascination and story is yet to be told.
Special moment it could be.
Our family legacy is this ranch.
I'm a protector of my life.
What I'm doing isn't for the ranch. It's for us.
We're brothers now.
I took all the risk, and I took it for you. You will ruin this family's name.
You destroy me, you destroy yourself.
And like you, I keep my promises.
Oh my goodness me! Ronaldo!
Liverpool 3-0. Corner taken quickly, Origi!
From the global phenomenon comes the next chapter.
I'm Brian Fraser.
If my brothers hear the slightest whisper of a freezer, they'll kill him. I'll find a way out. I swear it.
What if you never find her?
I will.
Experience the origin story that shaped a generation. Outlander, Blood of My Blood. Stream now only on Stan.
Welcome to Solat del Mar.
That man there?
It's Bill Kane.
So the town offers up one of your daughters. In return, you get a truck full of guns.
You just do nothing.
Follow me.
We need to protect my people. Our town was under constant siege.
We have to fight them. We gotta kill the next king of Spain.
First you survive what happened to you, and after time, start living again.
Welcome back, folks. Super Rugby Aus in the River City. Queensland Reds up against the ACT Brumbies. A brilliant first half sees the home side up 29 points to 14. Nick Frisby, but one man in particular has just been on fire.
Well, Tim Ryan scored a hat-trick for the Reds. He's been in absolutely everything. He's been electric. And the Brumbies haven't had an answer to the Reds at set-piece time. If they're going to get back into the game, it's going to be there. And that man there's got to stand up too. He's had some nice moments in attack. Threw a lovely ball to create the second try for Clayton Thorne. Declan Meredith has got to get his kicking game right. He's got to get his hands on the ball, try and release his outside backs.
We are back off and running here, second half. Super Rugby Aus, Reds and Brumbies from Ballymore Stadium. Thomas, blocking Phillips. Here it is for Vest. And his wife Paris will be welcoming their first child into the world soon as Harry McLaughlin-Phillips cuts through. And the 5'8" goes all the way up to the opposite 10. He's still marching forward, is the young gun fly half. Robinson, up for Henry. Vest finds Muller, who is hit hard as he looked to offload. It's been knocked on, and it'll be a scrum for the Brumbies. Too many whiz kids in this side, Nick Frisby.
Well, the Reds start the second half exactly how they started the game. Playing with width. McLaughlin-Phillips read it beautifully. The big dummy opened him up through the middle of the park. And then good scramble from the Brumbies. Defending with only 14 men. They got plenty of jerseys back behind the ball and then brought some line speed. Shut down this move to the edge. Hamish Muller under all sorts of pressure. Can't get the pass away. The Brumbies survive.
Crouch. Fine. You're out on the side.
Kick here for the Brumbies. Meredith stepping up to the plate. His eyes up. He's going to throw the challenge down. Take by Jeremiah Murray. Strong tackle from Linton Yelly. Oh, and that one will not be stolen as Henry strides forward.
It's just a knock on.
Latu. Latu. Sent backwards. Weimer couldn't find the turnover as Campbell goes forward. This ball is elusive in this passage of play, but it'll be a red scrum. The Scrumsniks, sorry, they were a real feature of that first half.
They were, particularly for the Reds. Aiden Ross, the referee, Maximum Delutis, applying the maximum amount of pressure.
Really good to see Isaac Henry on the field playing, a wonderful player, and he was lighting it up a few years ago, but just got
He's had a shocking run of
injuries,
hasn't he?
terrible, and it's just good to see him there on screen too. Who could ever forget Jaron McLeod? Had that breakout game for the First Nations of Pacifica 15. They went down 24-19 to the Lions, just signed a 2-year extension with the Brumbies. And the red scrum finds more pay this side of half-time.
The Brumbies need to find an answer. It's the Reds' backs that are hitting the scoreboard, but all the opportunities are coming through the set piece. The scrum's been damaging. The line-out's been really accurate. And this is just an easy way to march down the field, infringing before that ball's even in the scrum.
Just stay there, please, White. Red, come
Controlling
on in,
the game nicely.
Stay there. Thank you.
3. The selection of tall timber. But Vest has been the favourite this afternoon. Now Pacquiao. A try at the end of the first half. Faree, little flick pass to Delutis. I'm not sure a front rower is allowed to make such a manoeuvre. You do wonder sometimes, Massimo Delutis benches a very humble 202.5 kilos that maybe he just couldn't get the hands down quick enough to grab it.
The late footwork from Pacquiao was brilliant. Stops the fold completely. The space was there. Delutis just was not expecting that. Puts it down. And that's a poor error on attack.
This is what you want to see. The hill full on a Sunday afternoon. Rugby back at Ballymore. More of this, please, rugby gods. More of this. Scrum here for the Brumbies inside the 22. It holds firm as Thorne looks for Crichton. You could tell by the immediate response he wasn't happy with the purchase. And the Reds will be back on the attack, 25 out.
A smart use of the left foot from the Brumbies. They faked to the right, came back to Crichton on the left.
Stay there, please, White.
Just the execution of the kick, just lacking.
Come on in, please, guys.
McLaughlin Phillips finds Henry. Henry's into the backfield. Isaac Henry looks to the left. It'll bounce once. And Campbell will scoot back. He'll give it to
Guys, you stood in touch.
Ryan, but it looks like there'll be a stray foot. I think everyone was holding their breath to see if someone would regather that loose ball. Now the changes start to roll on. Looks like is it wholesale for the front row? No, Delutis is staying in place.
George Blake coming on for Aiden Ross.
Okay, thank you. 2, 4, 6.
He gets a very warm reception. A great first outing for him in Queensland colours.
I take for Lockie Shaw. For Manawatu last year in the NPC. A host of players from both sides which have found some game time across the ditch looking for alternate competitions. Von Neck.
Okay, out your roll, tackle. Not from there, don't count it from there, thank you. Okay, Red, take a step.
Neck played for Australia A against Tonga. There's the box kick from Thorne. It's going to come down with snow on it. That thing's high. It'll bounce. And the Reds will come away with it. Big left to right from Thomas to Pacquiao, who puts the head down and weaves it forward.
Yeah, no, he was good. It's just a knock on there. It was okay. You're good there, it's just a knock on.
Gee, the
yeah, it
footwork
wouldn't be long, I
of
reckon.
the Reds centres starting to wreak havoc through the middle of the field. Isaac Henry and Dre Paco carving them up. Late footwork, finding plenty of space.
The Reds numerical advantage now over. Caden Pritchard back on the field. And on the field there in jersey 20, Rory Scott hits the field.
All right, guys, come on up.
Putting the headgear on at the back there. It'll be a big happy birthday to him. He's 25 years old tomorrow. So happy birthday, Rory Scott. Hopefully he can turn the tide here for his side. Down by 15. New look scrum on both sides of the equation. Looks like Dana Tai to Alima.
Time on.
Field two, it's a pretty handy player to come off the bench. Made the move over to the Brumbies from Rebels a couple of seasons ago, but there's the free kick though. Reds. Thomas finds Tualima, who says, how you going, to his old pal.
Use that, please.
McLaughlin Phillips out the vest, who leans into it. Latu loses it forward, but the Brumbies punch it ahead. Pakeho's got to try and outrun Scott. He should win that one as Tim Ryan is pancaked.
You can't go down on him.
Yeah, and this is just poor knowledge here. You can't dive on a player on the ground. There's a really good opportunity for the Brumbies to apply some pressure in defence. Pritchard just couldn't help himself. Dive straight on Tim Ryan on the ground. Gives away a penalty, and the Reds get out of jail easily there.
Yeah, no, you gone there. You guys were early.
Geez, trying to Alima waste no time imposing himself on the game. Plays his club rugby here in Brisbane for Jeeps at Ashgrove. And there you can see diving on the player on the ground. Real let off.
Grade 5 here, a successful line out. As the Reds find ascendancy at the breakdown. Might be the new man, George Blake, fresh off winning a premiership with Bond University 2 weeks ago. Reds still firmly holding the reins here as we tip into the 50th minute.
It's a funny little period of the game though, isn't it? As we see a great kick from Harry McLaughlin Phillips. Both sides just making a few little errors, particularly the Reds in the last 5-10 minutes. Made a number of little errors on attack. Not as clinical as they were in the first half.
Great picture from Blake over that ball. I'm never in doubt that he had anything but hand on ball during that whole interaction. It's referee. Oh wow, what a steal up front. Shaw has done his side a solid. Brumbies with possession inside the 22. Start seeing a turnover for players as Meredith finds touch up towards halfway.
It's a great nudge. Declan Meredith backing up the brilliant work at the line out. Lockie Shaw got up and pinched that uncontested, Marty. And then his fly half backs it up, pumps it 45 metres downfield. Great defence from the Brumbies.
Let's see what Faree does this time. It was a clean pickpocket a minute ago, and it's another one again. The Brumbies may have decoded the Reds line out. Twice in a row they steal it. Tualima. Meredith goes up. Crichton is running in underneath it, putting pressure on as Murray sails through the afternoon sky and brings it down for his team.
Okay, 7, let him go. Use it, 9.
So Thomas trying to get this organised. Lean back on that one. Box kick a little long, an easy take. As the return Pritchard charges up towards the Reds defence. Here's the skipper, Reimer. Big battle between him and Uru. Thorne, Merrin, points it out wide. Sprinting ahead here is Sapsford. That's been lost forward. And one thing I'm taking away, Nick, from the game so far, the Reds' discipline's been pretty good. And the Brumbies, we haven't seen too many bad penalties inside between the 22s. But the Reds' discipline has been particularly good, which is helping them to stay on the attacking front.
Not infringing too much in defence. This is the best patches of play for a little while for the Brumbies.
Thanks.
Clayton Thorne really picked up the speed of the game there, found some openings through the middle of the field.
A few punters getting in to watch when they're not on national duty. Red skippers, Tate McDermott. One of our fellow commentators, Liam Wrong is right. In the stands, the McLean side of the field. Having a watch on.
No, it wasn't you, mate.
I wonder if they're watching themselves on the screen right now. Seeing how cool they are.
They're definitely listening to us. What else would you be doing?
Yeah, absolutely. On that note, welcome to all of our viewers, Rugby Explorer, YouTube, Stan Sport, across the ditch and sky or around the world. Thank you so much for your company here. This is Super Rugby Aus. Easy way to look at it, a tier 3 below Super Rugby, above club. It's a healthy mix of players, the best from clubland and those from professional Super Rugby level, mixing it in as we create a new avenue for players to develop and play the game and create a wonderful product for everyone to enjoy. So thank you for joining us here this afternoon. We are in round 1. We saw the Waratahs go down to the Western Force on Friday night, 3 points to 24. It's the first round of 3 before we head into a 4th final season next week. On Saturday, Force v Brumbies, and then Waratahs v Reds. Then round 3 on Saturday, September 27, Brumbies versus the Tars, and then Force v the Reds on Sunday 28th, and then the finals on October 5th. So a great, short, sharp 4 weeks to catapult us into the back end of the year, Nick, because it's there's a lot more rugby to be played outside of this, especially at the international level.
Sure is. Queensland Cup around the corner. The spring tour for the Wallabies at the end of the year.
The free kick off the scrum as the backs line up. David Feluai's on the field, has just clattered Jeremiah Murray. Now to Alima. Some heavy hitters coming off the bench for the Brumbies. The second half has been a very quiet affair. 15 minutes in, no points scored. As Campbell looks to spread it right. Henry offloads it. Campbell bats it over to the right. Murray can't get away from Shaw. Latu. Head down into the contact. McLaughlin Phillips. Campbell through, but he'll lose it. Now it's been regathered by Sapsford. Gets his hands free. Play on, says referee Nick Berry. Right. Pritchard. Got advantage over.
Had to give it. Pritchard numbers on his outside there.
Brumbies stringing some phases together as Tualima fights to stay in the field of play here on the short side. Here's Linton Yelly. Oh, Brumbies think moving down the field, just not at the speed that they would hope. They're fighting so hard for everything. Uru's over the top of that. And I tell you what, he has just picked a pocket.
It's a really taxing passage of play. The Brumbies throwing everything at this Red side in attack, and they've lifted their intensity, the Brumbies, in the last couple of minutes. They've sped their game up. They're bringing some line speed in defence. The big hands of Sarah Uru shuts down what was a very promising passage of play. And now Harry McLaughlin Phillips has put this on the 10-metre line. This had to go from Pritchard. They had numbers out here on the left. Two men outside, unmarked. You can see Tim Ryan and Murray desperately trying to get into frame to shut it down. Tuolima's been good. He's added some punch off the bench for this Brumbies attack. But you can't do this. Getting isolated. Seruru, so much experience, so much strength, makes him pay.
Yeah, Seruru, what a year. Played for the Anzac 15 against the Lions, the First Nation Pacifica 15 against the Lions, the Reds against the Lions. He got 3 shots at them. A cap Wallaby, played Brisbane City for the NRC. He is a man who has come through the pathway here in Australia and flourished as a player. So Faree, he's missed his last 2 and he will miss again. The secret's out, the Reds line out is failing, and now the Brumbies will get that ball out and away. This is a real problem for the Reds. They are going to need to figure out how to overcome this counter line out from the Brumbies.
The Brumbies applying serious amounts of pressure at line out time, doing an excellent job. That's 3 on the bounce they've picked up. And we're going to see a change. And this is forced, I reckon. Theo Faree's going to come from the field. Zach Hoff coming on, Marty.
And this is a great story. So Zach Hoff was part of the Rebels Academy. He did his ACL back in 2023. Jeff Parling told him during the rehab, keep doing the line-out throws. He was in the back row at that time, and now he's come full circle, back to the position he played when he was a youngster, back throwing line-outs. And they've gotten one there. So great little story for Zach Hoff, who plays for the University of Queensland. He's Meredith. Terribly isolated, but the support play shows up. Still here with the Brumbies. Score remains the same from whence we started here in the second half. Big shift here for the Brumbies halves. Thorne and Meredith, 57 minutes down. It's a good box kick. Oh! And that was a clean contest, but McLaughlin Phillips has come up second best. He slammed into the ground pretty hard there. He got up slow, didn't he?
Laid motionless there for a little while as well. Unfortunately, this looks like it's resulted in an injury, but I'm enjoying the way Nick Berry's ref the aerial contest today. He's allowing both sides to come in and really have a crack at the ball.
We'll get another look at this. Lachlan Phillips.
Felt like he was grabbed in the air here. I think that's just 2 players going for the ball.
Yeah, I just think that.
Yeah.
Sapsford had it. He actually had his hands on the ball there, and he's trying to drag it out on his way down.
I think as Sapsford's going through, as he's pulled it, it's yanked McLaughlin Phillips down, who didn't really want to let go of it either. And unfortunately, it looks like the head and shoulder have hit the ground first. We're talking about how much of a hard running wicket this is, but they're the moments. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. I think he's done, yeah.
He's up on his feet, which is great to see, but going to come straight from the field.
He's had a great game as Harry McLaughlin Phillips. He'll be off for an HIA assessment, I am assuming. And
over 10 on the bench for the Reds, so I wonder what the reshuffle is. Potentially Jock Campbell at 10.
I think he's gone into that position. So the Reds, a few forced changes as Thomas chips it up over the head. Great take by Sapsford. Plenty of players coming in on him. Bit of love there between Vest and Tuolima.
Red, take a step, please. Use it.
New half and Dan Nelson. Both benches getting work out as Campbell, the Reds skipper, on the kick return, gets the moving. Thomas pumps the ball short for Robinson. The Reds building some momentum for Angase. Campbell away for Charlie Brosnan. Another up-and-coming talent, but it's been a long time coming in this game, but Luke Reimer gets over the top, and one of the best pilferers in this Brumbies side gets his first for the day.
Yeah, it's a big moment from the captain. The Brumbies are just doing enough here. They're just hanging on for dear life, taking this game deep. And, geez, this would be a big moment. If they can build some pressure here, come away with some points, this is game on. See a couple of former teammates there. Great technique from Reimer. Rides the tackle, clear release, then wins the race back in. The captain standing up under pressure.
This is where those misconversions start to hurt a bit more. 6 points.
4, 6, 7. So I want to
left
see a receiver when you come in. Okay, so
on the
it's
field.
6. Let's go. Come in. Are you a receiver?
James Martin's there in the middle.
You always find a halfback, don't you? Play here for the Brumbies. They win the line out. Now the forwards get to work. Some good momentum building. Here's Reimer. Pritchard. 2 out. Can't get past the 22. Good delivery here from Nelson. Finds Lockie Shaw.
No, Jackler! No, let it come. You got a tackler in the way there.
Garland Eagles Club. Now Meredith spins out of 1. They're inside the 22. Promising signs here for the Brumbies. Chan Tung, one of 5 players who won the premiership with the Owls this year. First in the John Ident competition. Some consistent ball and possession for the Brumbies. Nelson looks to the left. Shaw shows, goes. It's in the corner of Fungase. Now Meredith's kick, it'll be charged down as Murray scoops it up. It's stripped away from Murray. Back here for the Brumbies. Now Sapsford. Both teams not taking their foot off the accelerator. Nelson looks to the left, has a good spread out to the right. Dillon working in dummy half. Canberra Royals halves pairing starting to get some pay. Reimer, first one there. The Brumbies will eventually find Crichton after a bobbled pass. Nelson. Tuilima. When will the defence lapse? And will the attack give an error? It's been high-paced stuff. There's Mickelson. Meredith. There's the kick through. It will find its mark. Striding on is Crichton. Steps on the inside. And Huddy Crichton will score for the Brumbies.
Declan Meredith, he tried this only moments ago and got it wrong. And this time he comes up trumps. And this is brilliant from the Brumbies. They've gone back to what they did so well in the opening exchanges, just playing hard and flat, building pressure with their speed of ball and their directness in the carry. And Meredith feels the space in behind, puts it on a dime for Crichton. He beats the fullback with the left foot step, runs it right round under the sticks, turns it into a 7-pointer. And this is game back on. The Brumbies just refused to go away. A 10-15 minute period there after half time. They hung really tough. And they get some reward now.
Meredith, one of the easier ones today, sails it over. Brumbies in the hunt, trailing by 8.
You love to see the fly half back himself. Got this kick wrong a couple of phases earlier. He gets the same look and he makes them pay. That's really good ball playing. Short memory, good execution.
Long while between points too, 23 minutes. It took for either side to add to the scoreboard. But 15 minutes to go, the Brumbies just outside a converted try. Oh, wow, that's a crunching hit on Dillon. Spun out of 1, then right into another shoulder. Mickelson. Chan Tung, they've been big for the Brumbies since they've hit the field. Nelson gets his hands free. That's a good take by Sapsford, up on the 10. Ryan's there though, taking on 3 Brumbies all by himself. Meredith. Tuilima. Filuai fakes the kick, goes forward. Big praise on that man's shoulder.
3 men on top of him.
Another First Nations and Pacific 15 player. They've got 4 of them in the Brumbies playing today.
No, Jackal, no.
Reds have got another 3, so that's a pretty big status from both of these sides about the quality of the ranks. Nelson goes up. Campbell, Murray. Shadow from the McLean stand, drawing long across the field. 15 minutes remain. Thomas out for Huff. Throws a double cut out of his own for Pacquiao, who's taken up a bit of a residence on that left wing. Will Cartwright's on the field too in jersey 22 as the Reds spill it forward. And it'll be a scrum for the Brumbies.
You okay?
These passages of play, Nick, have been very long.
Yeah, there's plenty of footy being played. The Brumbies are just turning the screws, doing all the little things well, starting to win the little battles, getting some possession out of it. Their bench has made a huge difference. Mickelson's been good. Chan Tung's been awesome in the carry. Tualima's had an impact, and Nelson and Dillon doing a really good job pulling the strings.
I like for the Brumbies, Mickelson, Chan Tung, they were together in that premiership winning side. For the Owls, then you've got the halves that come on in Nelson and Dillon. So there's a bit of continuity there from Clubland, which is translated up for the Brumbies, could really help them bring this one home. Feluai out for Meredith. Shoots it wide, Sapsford bumps off Ryan. Looks like young Will Nason is on the field too in jersey 23. Xavier Rubens, I beg your pardon. Benches emptying. This first game, a victory will be critical for finals equations. The Reds, this is their only home game and they've given away penalty advantage now. They are offside. Good passing, finds Shaw. Nelson steadies the ship, goes to the right. Good pass from Dillon. No, it's not, it's batted down.
So you want to be very careful throwing those sorts of passes around Will Cartwright on that left edge. He is absolutely electric, the little winger. He's just got a knack for coming up with big plays. The Brumbies have gone back to basics. It's working well for them. Nice and direct, nice and flat, playing on the advantage line, and they're putting this Red side under pressure, making them defend for long periods of time. Fatigue becoming a big factor now. It's been hot here in Brisbane. Crucial moments coming up. This was good variation at set piece time too. The Brumbies have been really direct through Jared McLeod at 12, playing in and around him. This time, with Feluai on the field, they go straight to the width.
One for the Brumbies. 6 metres out, they look to form the driving maul. Flying in to rejoin is Mickelson. Successful on the throw. Nelson happy to let them go. The Brumbies forwards add a couple of backs to the mix. It's with Mickelson. The Reds somehow holding on. It spins to the right. Mickelson dives for the line. The try is scored. The Brumbies are reeling in the Reds. They are trailing by 3.
We've got a huge finish coming up to this game. 11 minutes left on the clock. The Brumbies are coming home like a freight train. This is wonderfully constructed at set piece. Nice and patient. And it was just inching forward. Really well refereed by Nick Berry. He just let them maintain the momentum. And Mickelson, he deserves a try. He's added some brilliant punch off the bench. He's got them right over the gain line, got their attack going again. And he did well to get that down. There was a stack of bodies in and around the ball. He bided his time, crashes over for a crucial hit back.
Chris Mickelson, the Sparky by trade, has been a toiler within the John I. Dent Cup over the last few seasons at the top level. Brings a lot. Now Meredith, he needs to bring something too. Meredith. Oh no. I shouldn't have said anything. Conversion unsuccessful. Brumbies trailing 26-29. And you felt the urgency from the Brumbies. When you see an extra 2 backs coming in, it says the whole team is in it. No pedestrians in that side.
They just did enough to keep it inching forward.
Reds scoreless here in the second half. They've only got a 3-point lead. They were up by 15 when we started the second stanza. So this game has just gone back and forth, Nick Frisbee.
I'm exhausted in the commentary box. I can't imagine how the players are feeling as we enter the last 10 minutes.
Good line out for the Reds. Robinson pops it out for Henry. His line speed in defence still good. Here's Huff. Thomas. It's Cohen Herbert, talismanic skipper from the South Magpies club. Jeremiah, geez, he got hit hard by Sapsford and Crichton. They're over the 22. Thomas has been blown away. The counter ruck from the Brumbies rewards them with the ball, but I think the Reds have somehow... No, he hasn't. Robinson was vicariously in the middle. Shaw takes the ultimate settler before the 22 as Nelson shapes for the exit.
He was inside. No, he was inside.
And you can feel the urgency from the Brumbies, Nick. They know that when the Reds have gotten close, they've looked dangerous.
And the Reds are trying to go up a notch as well, but the momentum just with the Brumbies at the moment. Ollie Sapsford, the left winger, he's had a huge second half. He forced that turnover. He flew in, put the big shot on Murray.
So Huff overthrows the line out as Reimer flies in to scoop it up. Brumbies with the ball. Kaluai, Crichton. Used to play for the Brothers Club here in Brisbane. And swapped the blue and white stripes for that of Queanbeyan. Now Sapsford with some room to move. He'll throw it into Muller. It'll fly into touch. And it'll be a Brumbies line out.
It's going to be a scrum, I think. Relatively being knocked on in the tackle.
I think it's come off his
foot. Too much from everyone now. Okay, not rolling offside.
Let's find out.
Well, it's brilliant attack. Moving the ball with complete freedom now, the Brumbies. They're winning the middle of the field. Really opening up the edges. The ball movement is beautiful. Sapsford involved again. He's been everywhere late in this second half. And there's the little hand from the Reds.
So a very different looking scrum from once we started. Benches all but exhausted. Players looking for every opportunity to shine. And there you go. The pendulum has swung. The Brumbies with the penalty at scrum time. What is Reimer going to do here? Will he? Yeah, he wants the win. He's going for the corner. 6.5 minutes left. A driving maul was a weapon before, and Meredith has put them 8 metres out.
Hasn't the momentum swung? The Reds dominated the set piece for the first 50 minutes. The Brumbies now doing a job in the crucial moments of this game. Their bench has taken them to another level. Can they get them home?
Oh, a long line out will miss the mark. The Reds get there first. Tim Ryan is juking and jiving away from defenders. Martins is on the field for Kalani Thomas as the Reds put it into touch. Yeah, this feels a little bit like the tortoise and the hare, doesn't it? The Reds just sprinting through the first half, but then the slow burn of the Brumbies has reeled them in, and here we are with 5.5 minutes to go and a 3-point deficit.
The Reds holding on for dear life here.
Well, come on in, please, White. Come in.
Long line out, Huff with some good skills will grab it in, and now a penalty against the Brumbies.
Clear release before you're back on the ball.
Tai Tuolima, no clear release, and this could be a very important point of this match.
Easy one for Nick Berry there. Tuolima never released the ball carrier.
No, drop.
Great reaction from Zach Hoff on the back. His speed just found a little seam. Now the Reds just get a chance to take a breather. Huff just lurking around the back. He's a footballer, reads it like a book. And Tuolima never released. Easy one for Nick Berry.
There's almost an advantage in a front rower doing a back row apprenticeship for a while, then coming back, he all of a sudden becomes far more useful.
Wow, shots fired.
Well, you get the pilfer, you get the passing, you get everything. I'm just a Huff kind of guy. All right, now the Brumbies back to the real action. The pass is pushed. Meredith will knock it on. And these are the agonising minutes, folks. 4 of them left. Reds and Brumbies, 3 points the difference. Super Rugby Aus, round 1 has been pretty special. We've got 3 regular season rounds before the finals. Thank you for all of your company. Rugby Explorer, YouTube, Stan Sport, Sky Sports in New Zealand, and hey, anywhere else around the world that you're tuning in to watch this. Take note, folks, there'll be many a name from these 4 teams that I firmly believe in the next 5 to 10 years will be rising to the ultimate platforms to play the game. And that is the grand design of Super Rugby Aus.
Yeah, you guys, yeah. You're not looking balanced there. You just come on. Do it again, please.
Backhand awesome. Nick Berry there, just giving out some feedback. And
it's okay, guys.
Well, you've just got on the field. Expecting better from the front rowers.
I've got to say, they're good from here. And that's it. Nick Berry, a former Sunnybank Dragon. He went across, he's played for the Wasps. He was playing a lot for the Wasps, had to retire prematurely because of ongoing concussions, and then started off coaching reffing club rugby here in Brisbane and then worked his way up. Brings a unique blend of experience to refereeing as Reds forwards lacking that same punch they had. Martins here for Murray. Out the back door for Cartwright, who is turned around by Meredith mid-flight. Quick hands, unleashes Charlie Brosnan. Inside the 22, penalty advantage. Huff out the back for Campbell. Important decisions to be made here. 2 minutes on the clock. Nick Frisbee. You get a minute for the kick.
I'm taking the 3.
You're taking the 3?
Yep. Slow this down. It's only a short competition.
They're coming towards you, man.
Well, they're going to go for the line. I love that. The win is important. I'd be taking the 3, make it a 6-point gap. Just a little detail, but the number 21, James Martins, onto the field. And the width of his passing there, 2 or 3 times he got out, put his forward runner into a seam, got them on the front foot. And then he wins the penalty, a smart bit of play at the breakdown. Just brought the defender was in his way.
Come in, please, keep coming.
It gives his side a chance to close this one out.
Just over a minute remains. The Reds looking for the killer blow to end the first round of Super Rugby Aus. The line out is good. Huff sits at the back, ball in hand. The Reds charging forward, 60 seconds left. Ryan gets in on the action. They're all filing in. Huff dives, and the Reds score a try in the final minute. Their first of the second half. A devastating blow for the Brumbies.
Zach Hoff off the bench seals it for the Reds. And they had to work hard for this in the second half. The Brumbies have been so brave, absorbed so much pressure, and just unable to stop the driving maul of the Reds late in this game. Zach Huff at the back. Tim Ryan joins in. James Martins adds his weight. Crashes over. Seals the victory for the Reds.
Agonisingly for the Brumbies, the Reds have just jumped out of losing bonus point territory. They are up by 8. Jock Campbell the skipper on the tee, looking to add 2 more. And by George, he has done it. The Reds up 36-26.
And it was Jock Campbell that called for one last effort for his forwards. And he knew, you bet he knew, he wanted to knock the Brumbies out of that losing bonus point position. That's why he called for the corner. And his forward pack rewards him.
The Brumbies made equal parts luck. Talent right now to try and box this one out. Martins, he'll wait for referee Nick Berry to give him the all good to get rid of it.
Grab the 9. That's time, boys.
And that's that. And it's the Queensland Reds who win the opening round of Super Rugby Aus. They down the Brumbies and look forward to getting it on in round 2. Final score here at Ballymore. Reds 36, Brumbies 26. Well, it had every bit of emotion, that game. A great 80 minutes. The Reds pulled out early and got that lead. And they held it. The Brumbies, they reeled them in the second half, and then a 79th minute effort from the Reds guarantee the win and put them on good stead heading into the rest of the competition.
It was the first half blitz from the Reds, wasn't it? 5 tries to 2, came out absolutely firing, but plenty to like from the Brumbies too. They fought hard in that second half. They can take a lot out of that performance.
Well, let's get back to this first half. As you said, Frizz, blitz, 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 and Tim Ryan, 1 of 3 tries to start it off. I think it'll be a great first 40 for the Reds, but they'll actually have some questions to ask in a second.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought the bench of the Brumbies did a really good job in the second half, and potentially the Reds maybe need to look at their tactics about how they use their bench going forward as well. This was the captain, Luke Reimer, and this early exchanges, there was nothing in it. The Reds scored early, the Brumbies hit back, then Big Vice Latu, the man who was only a late call-up into the side. He had a big afternoon, was in everything. I like this from Meredith. This was his best touch of the game. Put Clayton Thorne over for a try. And then from here, Marty, it was all the Reds.
Absolutely, it was. The backline was firing. The touches were always 100 out of 100. They were finding their destination. And Tim Ryan, he's got a mortgage on that corner in Ballymore. He's scored so many tries there over the years. The set piece too, super dominant from the Reds, but then it lets the backs do this.
Yeah, that's right. So that was the big point from the first half, wasn't it? The scrum, particularly of the Reds, did a lot of damage. And this back line, with the amount of strike that they have, Dre Packer, Tim Ryan, taking some sharp chances. This was a nice ball from McLaughlin Phillips, found plenty of space for Packer. That was right on the stroke of half-time. The score was 29 points to 14. The second half was a real tug-of-war. The Brumbies fought hard. They did enough just to stay in it. Meredith came up with another try assist for Crichton. And then this late, Marty.
Driving maul too. You felt the urgency from the Brumbies. All 8 are present. They're getting a little bit of a shove on, but then bring in the cavalry. We need a bit more weight. In come a couple of backs. Felawai, Sapsford. They add in as much weight as they can. It was valiant from the Reds, but physics were on the side of the Brumbies. Crashing over, it would be Chris Mickelson, but unfortunately that would be the last we see of the Brumbies.
That's right, 29 points to 26. Captain Jock Campbell steps up, knocks down a certain 3 points, points to the sideline, and his forward pack does this. Zach Huff, the back rower, come hooker, getting an opportunity to play at this level. Nice and patient at the back, seals it for the Reds.
That was it. The Reds went a full 40 before they scored those points. Probably had the coaching staff on edge, but it rounds out an opening round that they can be happy with. The Brumbies, there's a lot there that they can build on as we look at the results from the week. A little bit after we do this one, Reds 36-26, a triple for Ryan. Headlines, a masterful afternoon for the Reds. And the Brumbies, they'll be keen to build on that next week when they take on the Force. These are the standings, the 2 victors from round 1, the Force and the Reds getting good wins They will sit high on the competition ladder. The Waratahs and the Brumbies, they will be looking for redemption next week in round 2. Both of those games, they're happening on Saturday. That is Saturday, September 20. And we're going to be starting off over at Tompkins Park in the West when the Brumbies are hosted by the Western Force. And then it's the big rivalry, Nick Frisbee, the Waratahs and the Queensland Reds down in New South Wales. Les Kiss, the man of the moment. He'll be, knowing Kissy, I think he's going to be happy with some parts and he knows there's going to be big work-ons for the other.
Plenty to work on, but important to get the win in the first round of the competition, the bonus point as well, and a big game next week against the Tars.
Well, folks, that wraps us up. What an afternoon it has been. The Reds coming out on top. Make sure you join us all again next week. Round 2 of Super Rugby Aus will be live, bigger and better than ever. Stay tuned to the socials all week. There'll be plenty of content coming out. My name is Martin Lippian. Thank you so much for your company, and we'll see you all again in 7 days' time.